Hi, this is Jennifer Dene from Jennifer Dene Wellness, and you're joining me today for a Pilates workout to help reduce low back pain. Start lying on your side facing me. Your knees are bent and your hands are behind the head. Lift the top elbow to the ceiling and then rotate the upper back to reach that elbow down towards the floor and then close it back up. Take that same move 2 more times, slowly stretching through the back, through the chest, and just letting the elbow go as far as is comfortable. Light change here. Extend both arms to the side in a letter T. Now sweep the back arm down over the hip, reach it forward and all the way over the head. So you're making a big windmill shape now with your arms. Stretch through the fingers, reach through the back of the hand, and do that one more time. Now prop up onto the bottom arm. Tuck the heels in towards the backside and lift the feet up to the ceiling. The top knee lifts and lowers. This is your clam, and as you squeeze that knee open to the ceiling, you're going to keep your hips really still, so you're strengthening and stabilizing the side of the pelvis and the abductors and the waist muscles. Do this one 3 more times, and then we're going to add on a challenge. So without changing anything else, lift the knee to the ceiling, then extend the leg straight up to the ceiling. Fold it in and lower it down. If that one's too challenging, you just keep the knee bent and take a few more clams. Finish up this last one and then lower the legs down and push the shins forward to me. Just lift the top leg up and place it back down. As you can see in this move, the whole leg moves together, so keep the ankle in line with the knee and turn that shin bone up to the ceiling. You should have a nice big range of motion right here and really feel it in the side of the hip and the backside. Take a few more. And after this last one, you can lower that down. Give yourself a little stretch as long as that feels okay for your low back. And then make your way to lying on your spine. We're going to stretch out that hip. So cross the working ankle over the opposite thigh and draw your hands through that gap. If this is a little intense, you can keep that bottom foot down onto the floor and just squeeze your knees away from you. Send a couple of nice deep breaths into the backside body, relaxing the neck, the shoulders, the low back and the hips. And in just a moment, we're going to get set up for the other side. So start to transition, turn to face away from me, the knees are bent, the hands are behind the head for your butterfly opens. Elbow lifts up to the ceiling and you twist open to look back at me, and then close that shape up. Trying to keep your knees and hips as still as possible, so you're rotating from above your waist. One more right here with this hand position. Now you can stretch both arms out to a letter T and sweep the bottom arm all the way down and around, tracing a giant circle with your fingertips. And take that one more time. Making your way up for clam, propped up onto the bottom elbow, toes to the ceiling. Lift and lower the top knee, keeping the feet together. So you're going to squeeze the side of your thigh to rotate that knee straight up to the ceiling. Adding on that leg extension, open the knee to clam, straighten the leg to the ceiling, fold it in and close it down. Open, up, in and down. 3 more. Now lower your feet and push your shins forward. Hinge the top leg up and down. This is where it moves in one piece, so the knee stays bent to 90 degrees. Imagine that the back of the hips are pressing up against a firm wall, so you can't rock your pelvis forward or back, just moving that thigh bone to where it can go. Finish up with 1 or 2 more right here, and then just tuck that knee up. Maybe extend the bottom leg and take a little twist as long as it feels okay. We're going to move into that full hip stretch, so start to make your way onto your back. Working ankle goes over the opposite thigh. Feet can stay down or you thread your hands through and draw into that stretch. Next up, we're coming to rolling bridges. Put the feet down, arms by the side, hips straight up to the ceiling. Drop the left hip and roll down the left side of the spine, and then roll up the right side of the spine. So you're moving your hips and you're rolling down one side and up the other side. One more that direction. And when you get to the top, reverse that. So go down the right and come up the left. Your pelvis will always look a little off balance, except at the top and the bottom, and you should be massaging one side of the spine at a time. The next time you get to the top, you can hold it right there and square off the hips. Now just move them gently side to side as though you're working on a typewriter, and you've got that lateral shift as you slowly lower your hips all the way down to the floor. And then relax. Making your way up to seated, you can sit on a cushion if you'd like, hands under the thighs. Round the spine back, and then lift up and reach the heart to the ceiling. Round the spine back, and then lead with the chest forward and up. 2 more of those, just bringing some mobilization into your back. And last one right here. And you can stay seated at the top, and then make your way onto hands and knees. Spinal balance. Abs pull in. Right leg extends straight back and left arm reaches forward, and then lower that down. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So as we move through these, I want you to keep your spine completely still. Elbows are very slightly soft, and abdominals are really hugging up towards your back. If it's too much, just leave the hands down and only work the legs. Take 1 more. And then adding a challenge. Right leg goes back. Open it towards the side. Bring it behind you. Add the arm. Open them both towards the sides. Bring them back and lower them down. Left leg reaches. So sweep that left leg to the side, keeping everything else square. Take it back. Right arm, left leg, open to the corners. Bring it forward. And lower that all the way down. Lay down onto your belly and rest your head on your hands. Now lift and lower the right leg 10 times without moving any of the weight on your hips. You should be squeezing your backside and the back of the thigh, the hamstring muscle. Once you've done 10, switch to the left leg. Take your last one, bring the legs together. Now lift up both legs, squeeze them open, closed, and down. Lift up and out, together and down. Really draw the belly button up to the low back and keep your head and shoulders relaxed. This move is strengthening the low back as well as strengthening the legs. Finish up your last one and then let the legs relax down. Hands underneath the chest, lift up the heart for a small spinal extension and then lower it down. Now you can definitely keep those elbows propped down onto the floor or come all the way up if it feels okay to you. We'll add a little head turn on this next one. So lifting up and looking over one shoulder, and then looking the other way, and lowering all the way down. And you can sit back to child's pose, resting your hips to your heels, reaching the arms forward, and you're all finished. This is Jennifer Dene signing off. Thanks for working out with me today.